Hello chat. Ukvip 2-year subscriber September 2024 J-Money 458, and during my Spider-Man time no less.
Oh crap. I got distracted. Like real talk, I got distracted. I'm not prepared. I'm not prepared to go to the other screen yet. Let me turn the music down. I am not prepared to go to the other screen yet. Hello J Money. Hi. I still have like a couple bites of lunch to eat, and also I have not like started up. Well, VTube Studio is on, but I have not started up like my tracker yet or turned on my lights or anything. I got so distracted by so many different things and just wanting to be live by one. Alrighty. I got my light on. I got my sody pop. My little soda pop. That's like a verbal tick for me now. Whenever I say soda, I will quote Guima from K-pop Demon Hunters. That bit where he's like kind of sort of mocking Jinu, and he goes, "My little soda pop." You're literally the old man in the bathhouse. Bro, that's what is that guy's name? Prosdy. Prosdy is his tag. What's his name? That's Prosdy though. I would love to be Prosdy. Prosdy's the goat, dude. All right, how do I do this? I need to calibrate. Computer, calibrate. Calibrating. Calibrating. Calibration complete, Gochiji-sama. Thank you for all you do. Oh, computer. Computer, I appreciate you too. I unlocked the Spider-Punk skin in my Funny Spider Autism game. What is that? Is that Marvel Spider-Man, or is that like Marvel Rivals, or what? What game? PS4 Spider-Man? Yeah, so Insomniac's first Marvel Spider-Man. I still gotta play that. I was gonna say watch it like it's a movie. It's kind of a movie, right? A lot of these PlayStation games are kind of like movies, aren't they? You know what? I'm gonna go to the other scene. Actually, no. We'll go to chatting. We'll go to chatting. Chatting makes more sense. I was about to go to the screen where we're gonna be like, you know, working on today's project. By the way, guys, the Milo is EP today. We were not supposed to be live for another like 2 hours, but I don't think I'm gonna make it, man. I I had such a dog shit night of sleep last night. I don't think I'm gonna make it. And if I started streaming 2 hours, there's like a 60% chance I just cancel, man. And I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that, man. Old man, J Money. Nom 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 nom. I got to take home a bunch of expired Starbucks pastries. Would you like one? Yes. I'm also curious how much more expired they're going to get uh in the process of arriving at me. Arriving at me? Coming to me. Getting over here. Too bad? Hmm. Hmm. What do we do to J Money? What can we do to hurt him? I think, let's see, can I manipulate my friendship with Nana and Maria in such a way to strike at your vitals? I wonder what I could do. Well, thank you for the offer, J Money. I have a couple bites left. I got leftover jambalaya. Hopefully you guys aren't getting the like mouth noises. Hopefully the music is loud enough to cover it up. And if it's not, then sorry, I guess. 5 strawberry matcha loaves. I'm in heaven. I'm thinking of you're gonna get fat if you eat all that bread. I'm just thinking of Scott Pilgrim. Just like, bread doesn't make you fat. Bread makes you fat. One of my favorite lines from any movie ever. You just mouthful of bread. Bread makes you fat. She was 17, Milo. Walrus, my brother Walrus was telling me that has been like that's been like a TikTok sound lately. I don't know, because I just haven't been on TikTok. I've been trying to stay off social media in general, other than like, I guess YouTube, but YouTube's not really social media, right? Or at least I don't engage with the parts of it that feel like social media. I've been trying not to be on Twitter as much, partly because I got blocked. I got blocked by one of my favorite creators. And after that, I was just like, I could like message him and be like, what the heck, you know? Get yourself something nice. Ooh, okay. Can you send like 66 more of those my way? Then I'll be able to get me something really nice then. And extremely cringe. Yeah, I got blocked by one of my favorite creators, one of the podcasters from the yard. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Roku Nana. God, explaining to Nana last night what Roku Nana meant was so funny, dude. Nana's such a funny little chicken. I love her. I love her so much. Just such a funny little chickpea. J-Money, have you already worked today? Today? Have you already worked today? Is that why you have pastries? You're done with work and you left them? You left work with them? You have not? Oh, so they're even more expired, because you must have gotten them yesterday then. I'm just gonna chomp these. These pastries are from yesterday. Are we still talking about your strawberry matcha things, or are we talking about the buns in your trunk? Alright. Wouldn't you like to know, old man? Actually, I would, because then I'll know what to charge when I put your ass out on the street. That's what I would like to know. Alrighty. I'm done with my lunch, which means we can move on to the main event for today. Should I watch the Godzilla movies? It's kind of a big question. Is there any scope to that question? Do you mean like all of them ever? Like starting with the ones from like fucking 1949 or whatever? When was the first Godzilla movie? First Godzilla movie. 1954. I wasn't too far off. I was pretty close. Watched it in the theaters and it was magical. That's what I'm saying. I was there in 1954. Laris! Hello, Laris. How are you doing? Hi. Let's go over here. Hello, guys. I have trash on my desk. It's distracting. All right, where do I put you? I think I'll stick you like right there. That seems good. That seems good. I just stick you right there. Just put you over on the side here, yeah. Right here. That seems good, yeah. 2023 was such a god tier year for movies. It's actually insane. Was that 23? Was it? Godzilla 2023. And then there was Godzilla X Kong, the New Empire in 2024. And then there was Godzilla vs. Kong in 2021. So I assume you're talking about Godzilla -1. Well, apparently it's on Netflix. I could watch it. Pog. -1 peak. All right, ladies and gentlemen, what are we doing today? I don't know why I'm introducing this like it's a YouTube video. I had the funny idea of, could I make an application / AI that generates brand new, legally distinct Magic the Gathering-esque cards using prompts from Twitch chat? So that's what we're going to work on today. I don't really have much more than that. We're just going to get into it. Probably not. I mean, I can't build anything, to be honest. What do I want for music? It's going to be playing for like the next fucking half an hour, so I should pick something good. I'll pick something that reminds me of J Money. How about the boss music for the large ninja with the beer gut from Breath of the Wild? I think that'll work. So the first thing we need to do is I haven't set anything up for this yet, by the way. So the first thing I want to do is I want to like pick one of my scenes that I've already got, just one that I think will have a couple of the tools that I want to utilize, and just duplicate that. I'm thinking Thanksgiving Part 2. I got a beer gut, a gut that runs on beer. 1 million beer. Give me 1 million of those fuckers. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, brother. I'm going to give you 999,999 beers because I want to crack one open with you. How's that? Huh? What do I want to call this? We'll just call it MTG for now. That's fine. We'll call it card game. Card game. Please do not come after me, Wizards of the Coast. Let's open up card game. Okay. So. Let me make sure that... Okay, cool. This isn't going to show anything. I have to make sure that all of my, like, API keys are hidden. Warlocks of the Shore, yes. Temu. That's our Temu bastardized D&D company right there. All right, so this scene has a TTS controller. We don't need that. I don't need to be able to talk. I do want Google image search. We do want that. I will want Twitch controller. I'm not sure if I want OpenAI or if I want Claude. We'll see. We'll figure it out. Audio detector, we don't need that. I don't think we need any of this audio stuff, to be honest. And then frame rate, we need that. Okay. So, first thing I want to do is I want to change this to just like a regular ass camera. Let's make this not NDI. So we're just gonna have a regular ass camera, which means that I can add, what is this? AI? Oh, like pathfinding. Okay. I was like, what kind of gross shit? Like, I know I'm literally doing an AI concept right now, but what kind of gross shit have they shoved into Unity? They mean like AI insofar as it's been in video games for like, 20, 30 years or more. So if I add just an image, yeah, okay, it shows up. Cool. So what I want to do now is I forgot about Todd Howard, Giovanni, and Charlotte. Let's get rid of them. Let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of that. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and just make like a placeholder card here. Let's see. Card BG. I don't have a rounded rectangle here, do I? I just have Amelia Earhart. Yeah, you can stay there for a minute, lady. That's fine. You can stay there for a minute. Let's go back to Jamie. I like the Jamie music for general use. I just have like a square. Square. There's a squares. I want like a rounded one. Surely I have one in this project. Oh, I have a rounded rect. There we go. All right, Amelia Earhart. Actually, no. We'll you're gonna stay in the background. Amelia, comma, my darling. You're gonna stay in the background, and you're just gonna kind of. You're just gonna kind of chill like over here. Okay. You'll stay over there for now. Okay. So we have twins. Oh my god, twins. We have our card base here. I'm going to throw a rounded rectangle on the bottom. And what's a reasonable size for this? Like, I don't know, 300 by 500 maybe? It's a little high. 300 by 450. That looks right. So I'm going to call this card. And then I need, inside of it, I am going to have a couple of things. So, first and foremost, I think it would be really, really funny if, well, let's make a background. Image, image BG. Let's give this like a nice dark gray color here. We're just kind of laying out the card right now. Make this be anchored to the top. Minus 50 is probably good. And then 24 from each side. Yeah, that feels good. Maybe I do need the card to be taller, actually. Or maybe wider, actually. Doesn't super matter. Let's drag our raw image in there, and I'm just going to make it exactly the same size as its parent. And now, if I drag in... Let's drag in something fun. Let's drag in J-Money's wife. This one. There we go. We've got a Pura now. That looks good. I forget. Did my Thanksgiving scene have, like, did the Google Images thing come out with a, did the Google Images export a sprite or like a raw image, like a texture? Let me see. Google image search. Oh. Let me just hide this for a second. Make sure that my yep, there's my whole ass API key there. How do I want to do this? I could just show you guys my API key. That'd be fun. That'd be fun. Hi, Zenny. Hello, hello, hello. How are you? How are you doing? I do realize that there is nothing visible on the screen right now. That is because I have an API key up, which is not my intention. This is not what I wanted to open this in. Hold. Hold. Actually, I can just kind of... This is so funny. I have my list of banned terms, and it's just like penis, vagina, vulva, dick, boob, boobs, etc., 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 right? I'm good. I'm just playing Unturned with a group. What is that? Is that a TTRPG, or is that like a friend slop game, or what? I want Visual Studio Code. There we go. There we go. A silly free zombie game? I see. Neat. Wonder if I can hide this. I just don't want to show it. Ah, whatever. You guys would be cool, right? So what does the image URL get? Oh, it gets a sprite. Okay, sick. Sick. All right, cool. So I can turn this back on. I used to play that as a kid. Oh, the Roblox style DayZ. Have I heard of this? Unturned. Unturned. What the heck? It has 220,000 reviews? This only came out in 2017. I guess that is almost 10 years ago. How have I never heard of this in my life? I feel like I should have heard of this. I've never heard of this in my life. It was pretty popular. What was I doing in 2017? 2017, I was like in my like major grind phase, I think. I was starting at my second major job. My second major programming job, I mean, like professional job. And I think I was just like really heavy grinding it, right? Just really just whipping it down on the table and doing that work dirty style, you know what I mean? This can be a sprite. Card image. We'll call this Google image. And then I want to preserve aspect. Let's just throw in fucking Godric. Who cares? Oh, God! Godric! Oh! Yeah, that's what I want. That's what I want. Sick. Not quite that black, but very close. Setting up a server for it isn't that hard. Mapmaker, though, is jank AF. Man, I remember back in my day, Shakes Fist, back in my day, you want to set up a Minecraft server with you and your friends? You had to use LogMeIn Hamachi. What the hell was LogMeIn Hamachi? That felt like malware to deal with. You kids got it so easy today. You just click play with friend on Steam and it just does it all for you, huh? I love back in my daying. Label. Title. Watch Drake! Let's go. By the way, guys, I am super, super, super eepy today. I am so eepy. What is happening here? Oh, I'm not inside the card, Lamau. There we go. Let's make this text black. Let's give it a new font. Like Poppins bold for now is fine. We'll make it, like, yeah. Make it a max of 24. I hope you and your friends are having some fun today, Zenny. It's always good to see you. I appreciate you popping in the streams. Would it be boomer of me to ask, are you winning? Is it possible to win, or is the mere fact that you get to spend time with your friends the main idea behind winning? I don't know if I want to put a lot of effort into, like, the mana. Just do, like... I wonder, how do I do, like... what is it? Color equals FF0000. Is that how I do that? How do I do markup in this? Text mesh pro color tag. Bam, 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 bam. Oh, there's no... Oh, I can just do color red. Neat. They just have black, blue, green, orange, purple, red, white, and yellow, though. Yeah, we'll do a hex. So I had it. I almost got there. It's just that. Sick. At the moment, I'm waiting for a full moon to end so I don't get ganked. Full moon is aka blood moon. I used to play Elder Scrolls Online at launch. And there was one of the coolest, like, things that's ever happened to me in a video game, which is I got bit by a werewolf. And I remember, like, staying out trying to, like, I don't know, farm the werewolf, I guess. And I remember that being just, like, such a cool thing, because I went into a dungeon afterwards. It was like a rare spawn. You had to sit there and wait for it to spawn. It spawned, like, once every, like, I don't know, like 4 hours or something. I'm probably misremembering that. It was probably way more generous, but you would sit there and wait for it to spawn. There'd be a whole group there, and etiquette was that you would, like, pull the mob, get bitten by the werewolf, and then not kill it. If you killed it, you were an asshole. If you killed it, you were an asshole, and some people killed it. I didn't. I was a good lad. I think that's fine for now. I do think I want to have, like... Actually, do I kind of want to, like... I kind of want to make a little, like, mana blippy. I need a circle. Give me a circle. No. We'll do this. We'll do this later. We'll do this later. I've got other things. I got bigger fish to fry. More interesting things to do. J Money's Anguish. Here we go. Do I want this to be bold? I'm getting too hung up on the details. Let's move over to something a little more chill for a little bit. So, what all goes on a Magic card? I was about to Google it. I literally have my deck right next to me. I have my Toph the first Metal Bender deck. So we have the mana and the name at the top. We have the image, and then we have, like, its, I don't know, types, I guess, would be this next one. So let's make a little fella down here. He's gonna go in 8 on each side. Oh, but not inside of there. 8 in each side, yes. And then, like, I don't know, like 36 maybe. Maybe 36. And we'll just make that, like, dark gray. I would like myself another rounded rectangle, which is right here. Sick. Types. Inside of here, we're going to go 8 and 8, position 0. Make this boy white. Make J Money's Anguish white. I guess this wouldn't be gray. It'd be like a very, like, light blue. Something like that, yes. Something like this, And do I have a non-bold Poppins? Ah, that works. Roboto Mono works for me. This guy, this text black. And now, this is going to be label type. Make sure everything goes in order here too. This is going to be the like main card text here now. All of this, by the way, that I'm doing gets obliterated if this all gets obliterated if I like change the size of the card at all. Like if I just change the width, it's just all worthless now. I'm not doing this very smart at all, but that's okay. Description. Yeah. And then I just want to fill out the bottom of the card here. Can we go like an even 150? That'd be sick. Yeah, there we go. Minimum of 8. Yeah. Go minimum of 8 here too, and a minimum of 8 here too. Sick. Cool. I think that's like everything we need, honestly, for like the basic card, right? It could get a lot better, obviously, but I mean, let's work on the code now. So I am going to find my scripts folder. I'm going to make a new folder called card game, I guess. Where did it go? Hello? Hello? Where did it go? I just made a folder, did I not? Card game. I don't know. How odd. Create folder. New folder. Yeah. Card game. All right. We're going to go card game. AI card game controller. And then I'm going to make one for just a card. Because I want to be able to test out and make sure that like all of my other stuff works. So, we'll just make one for card. Drag that onto here. And now it is time to define what we need. So we need a text mesh pro UGUI label title, label types, label description. Oh, and we need label mana. Yes. Okay. We also need a public image. It's been a minute since I've coded in Unity, to be honest. You know, public image, card image. Yeah. And what we're going to do, I'm just going to have a simple string that's going to say image search string. And then I'm going to have a public bool that says search for image. And then inside of update, let me make this bigger for y'all. All right, so what we need to do is I need to create a function that triggers my previously created like Google Images API and searches for the thing that I enter in here. I want to make it very clear, we're not using generative AI. When I say AI card game, we're not generatively AIing any art. That would be cringe. What I am doing is I'm gonna enter a word like chicken, right? And then just whatever Google Images returns as the first image, that's gonna be the card art, right? And it might be AI, but like, I hope not. I hope not. That's kind of out of my control, though. I've done everything I can within the like Google search class to dissuade it from doing that sort of thing. So if we go search for card image.
Seek fluid intake.
Hi, Fumi. It's good to see you. Hydrate, I got you. So I'll say search for image equals false. And then I need a Google image search. Is there like an... No, there's no instance. Okay. So I need to create an instance. Or rather, I need to create a reference to an instance. Google image search. This is a class that I created for previous projects. Hydrate, don't dehydrate. What if I frydrate and I just drink oil that is boiling? What do you think about that? Google image search. What is it? Search, get URL, get first image URL, string query. Okay, sick. Yeah, it's all coming back to me now. Image search string. Cool. So, this needs to be an async void. And then we're going to have a var URL equals await get first image. If you had salt and pepper, then you're good. Are you planning on eating me, Fumi? Are you planning on chomping down on this thick, juicy booty? Actually, I should probably wrap that in a try catch, huh? Try catch. Nope. Try catch exception, was it? I think that's what we want. So we wrap all of that in a try catch. If it dies, we'll just log out the error. We're just going for broad strokes of like coding right now. Am I being invited to eat? You are being invited to feast. I'm a thick boy. The answer is no, I would never bite the Milo. Okay, well, what if we were in a zombie apocalypse, and you were a zombie, and I wasn't a zombie? What about then, Fumi? Are you telling me you would have complete control of your faculties? Because I tell you, I have no patience for that. I send Leon Kennedy, and he'll whoop your ass. I feel like I have a very different energy from the music I'm playing right now. This one. This is kind of porny. This is also kind of porny, but it's at least higher energy porn. So that's image URL, and then we'll do var loaded sprite equals await Google image search dot get let's see, get image sprite. Download sprite from URL. There we go. That's the one I want. Is a URL. So this returns a sprite for us. Sick. Pog. If loaded sprite is not equal to null. I guess we don't have to do that, right? If the loaded sprite is null, then it'll just like, you know, dump out into the error, into the catch. Leon Kennedy roundhouse kicks me. Looks like the undead just got deader. I wish I didn't have any debtors, although I'm talking DEBT. Your boy has so much debt. Holy fucking shit, I am so underwater. And the housing market might make me even more underwater. That'd be fun. That'd be fun. Card image dot sprite equals loaded sprite. So that should be all we need to do, actually. It took me a while to type all of this out, mostly just because I forgot what these were called, but I wrote these functions a while ago. So I'm going to say if search for image, then we're going to call search for card image, which will then, you know, toggle search for image false. We'll also say if image search string equals, you know, that empty, then return. We don't want to keep going. Underwater, is that a Subnautica reference? Milo plays Subnautica. I played Subnautica 1, but no. This is I own a home, and I bought it when homes were kind of pricey, and I'm terrified of another housing market crash. It's more of one of those things. Let's go ahead and do debug.log error. No search image for card. Okay. This is enough to test with. Since Fumi's here, Fumi, I'm gonna give you the control over what it is that we're going to search for on Google. What image should go inside of here? Let me just drag and drop everything here. Mana, it's like these things don't matter yet, but I'm just getting them ready. Description, and then here's the one that actually matters, card image. Go, 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 Fumi. Go, go, go. You've got 2 seconds. You've got 1 second. You've got -1 second. Pizza. Oh, okay. Pizza. Do a slice of pizza. A slice of pizza. All right. We're going to try this out. Hopefully it works. Boop. Ha ha! Old man, is this generation's Spider-Man? Let's see. Spider-Punk. Spider-Punk. Search for image. Data processing error? What the hell does that mean? Ah. It pulled an image from a wiki. What image did it try and pull here? I don't know how to deal with this in the code. This is the image that it tried to pull to make as the card art. I don't really know how to deal with this. Because, like, what we want is we want to, like, you know, kill everything after that, right? So it just returns this. You know what I mean? What the hell? Why am I there? Let's go ahead and... Nope, not that. Let's go ahead and ask our dear friend Claude and see what answers he gives. Hello, Claude! I am coding in C#, and I need to handle URLs which have an extension at the end, but won't work for what I need. Why'd the music stop? Whoop. Using C#, how do would I turn a link like this into a link like this? See what it's got for me here. Also, J Money, this is the base. J Money's anguish. All right, Mr. Claude, what do you got for me? You can use the URI class to parse it cleanly. Oh, segments, URI, absolute path, find index, join. Interesting. URI.scheme ://URI.host clean path. That's all right. Let's go ahead and make a new utility class then. And I'll just type this all out. URL helper. Let's do that. All right. So we're gonna go public static void. What do I even want to call this? Remove URL segments. String URL. Also, this isn't a void. It needs to return a string. So what we're gonna do is we're going to var URI equals new URI URL, the input. Then we are going to string segments equals URI.absolute path. That makes sense. I must go. Hugs and kisses. Have a good stream. Thank you, Fume. It was good to see you. It's always nice to see you. Oh, split. With a slash. With a slash. Theoretically, I think this does exactly what I'm intending for it to do. Find the first path segment that has a file extension. Yeah, that's what we want. Int cutoff equals array.findIndex. Segments s equals, we've got a little interior function here, path dot has extension. S. So what this is doing is this is like turning our, so we've turned our URL into an array that is split by the little slashes here, right? So like, you know, example, right? It is splitting the string at every one of these slashes, and then we're going to like examine where we think it ends based on having a file extension, which is what this part of the function is doing. And then we're going to put it back together again while removing everything after that. So then we'll go string clean path equals string.join slash segments 0 cutoff plus 1. What? What do you mean? Why are you doing the thing? You are helping me here, J Money. You're being a good little fella. I'm gonna return a new string that is going to be URI. Oh wait, URI dot scheme colon slash slash. So that's like HTTPS or whatever. And we're gonna put in URI dot host and clean path. Now, what I'm curious about is is this going to factor in, like, there are slashes here, right? Like, is this going to pull out what I need it to pull out? You know what? Let's go ahead and just, like, set this separately here. Result. And then we'll log it. Debug.log res. You know what? We're going to go ahead and say output. Oh, I forgot I can't do that. This ain't JavaScript. And we'll do input as well. Let's do input. I bet you type on your phone with your index finger. Actually, it might be worse than that. Generally, I use swipe. So I am, like, using my index finger, but it's not like I'm typing. I, like, start on a letter, and then I, like, drag it around, and then I release, and it makes the word. You know what I mean? Is that worse? I feel like that's worse. Remove URL segments. URL helper. Remove URL segments. URL. Let's do that. You're so old. Listen, swipe was cool when I was a kid. It was also hip. And the billionaires and the millionaires cannot take the swipe from us. The top 1% has been typing with multiple fingers for too long. Spiderpunk. Let's see if it works. Search for image. Oh. Data processing error. I mean, that... Data processing error. Okay. It's just an issue here. Stick and hoops were cool when you were a kid, and I always scored number 1, baby. I scored first every time. I'm so confused why this is an issue. See download handler error. All right, I'm gonna have to hide this for a second, so that way I can open this script. So it says image download error, data processing error, see download handler error. If I just do debug.log error, download handler.error. Is that all it is? It's just a string? Okay. So if I do that, and we come back, Spiderpunk. Failed to create texture from downloaded bytes. Huh. I'll be honest, I wasn't expecting this error. And I feel like this is something that I need to deal with here. Let's ask our good buddy Claude again. Let's see. When I download an image from the URL, I'm getting an error in the data in the download handler that says, boop, Let me see if I can... Let me see if I can do this. So it is Unity web request.result.success. So it's when it's not a success. You're gonna deforest the hill for a base. It's time to get out the blowtorch. Salute. I salute you, Zenny. Go. This is a classic Unity issue. The most common cause with fandom/wikia URLs is that the server isn't returning actual image bytes, it's returning HTML. Texture2d.loadImage can't parse. All right, we'll do its first debug log here. Copy and paste this in. So this is going to be rec dot downloaded bytes dot oh, it's a ulong. Okay, that makes sense. Rec dot result. What is the result? What does that return as? Just a Unity web request dot result. Summary. Is there just like a text? So request. Result. Download. Oh, wait, no. Request dot download handler dot text. Let's see what that returns. Oh, math dot. Let's see. Length. You know what? I don't know why it wanted to do something this complex. We can just spit out the request download handler dot text and see what that does. I need to be careful not to scroll up, or you guys will see my API key. If that happens, I have to go revoke it. Not that I think anyone would be able to immediately like start using it, but still. Let's go here. We're in problem-solving mode. That requires problem-solving music. Spiderpunk. Failed to create texture from bytes. 677760 bytes. All right, well, we're just riff XW. Interesting. Did you miss anything cool? I was playing a few Roblox games before Very's sister went to dinner. I kind of. I'm currently debugging an issue right now, but before that, we did this. J Money's Anguish, slice of pizza. I'm currently running into an issue right now, though, where when it does like images on wikis, it like has an error. It fails to create the texture. So I'm like researching that right now. Yeah. Let's see what my boy has to say about that. Also, I need to remove the debug.log that throws my freaking API key in there. If log debug, we can just click off of that, right? Remove the log. I want to make a land card called Twin Towers, which I can force onto my opponent's side. Twin Towers is... So I always find 9/11 memes really funny, even though it was incredibly scary for me, because I lived through it. But time heals all wounds. And what I've found recently is like whenever someone says like Twin Towers, I just in my brain I hear like a JoJo character, right? Just like Twin Towers. But that's not a band, so it doesn't matter. Or it not doesn't matter. It doesn't make sense, right? Like aren't all stands named after bands? Unity's texture 2D load image and download texture download a handler don't support WebP natively. Tell the server you want a PNG, not a WebP. Add an accept header that excludes WebP. Is this gonna do anything? Bum bum. Bum bum. Oh, instead of auto-converting it to... Oh, I see. Okay. Okay, bitch. So. What we're doing here is we are going to explicitly tell the websites that we want a PNG or a JPEG if it's available. If it's not, obviously we'll have another error. But I've never seen this done before. This is... It makes total sense to me, but I've never seen this done before, so I'm curious how well it works. And then let's see. Option B, decode WebP in Unity if you can't control the format. Use a WebP decoding library. Oh, yeah, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. At least not right now, we're not doing that. Okay. So let's try this again. Spider-Punk. Boop. Still not working. All right, we might just have to... We might just have to hold this L, honestly. Because we're reaching the point where I'm, like, losing interest in debugging this. But, and also this is potentially just an edge case. I honestly don't know how many cards it's going to be an issue for. Why don't we come back to this? Why don't we come back to this? So, I am going to create a new data type. Let's make it in here. We're going to make a public class AI card game data. And we're going to make it system.serializable because we want it to be able to show up in the user interface. So what all needs to go on our card? We need a string card name. I'll just do name. We'll just do name. It's implied that everything here is card, etc. Public string image search term. Public string card type. I see this one's weird because I don't want to just type. I don't like that. What do they call that? What are the different categories? Like, I want to know like a Reddit answer for this, not AI. What are the different categories of cards called? Let's see. MTG, what is the part of the card called that says like artifact, creature, etc. Oh, there's an MTG wiki. Perfect. Perfect. That's it. Bro, shut the fuck up. It is the type line. Okay, type line. Expansion symbol, power and toughness. Oh shit, I forgot a power and toughness. That's so important. Yeah, okay. We need to make a power and toughness. Say type line. Public int power. Public int toughness. And then public string car, let's see, effect, description, public string flavor. Yeah. Cool. So we have all of this stuff now, which is everything I would want to put on the card. And now I am just going to, through the magic of AI, I'm just going to tell the AI what I want it to give me, right? Public, let's see. OpenAI controller? Yeah. AI controller. And I'm just going to have like a public string deck topic, public bool generate deck. I wonder if this is even going to work, honestly. Void update. Not updated, just update. And then we're going to say if generate deck and deck topic is not equal to blank, then void generate deck. And let's see. First things first, generate deck gets set to false. And then we're going to say AI controller. Oh, that's spelled wrong. I think we're just going to like kind of craft the prompt to do most of the heavy lifting here. We're going to say AI controller dot what do I say? Like send message? Not send message. Oh, neat. All right, I'm not super worried about it right now, but huge, if you could remind me after stream to invalidate my OpenAI API key, that would be sick. Because I just accidentally showed it on screen. Please and thank you. So not this one. We want let's see. What the heck is the thing called? What are we calling this script that I use to like communicate with Chungus ass chat GPT? OpenAI helper. Okay. OpenAI helper. That was it. That was it. OpenAI helper. Send prompt to OpenAI. New deck concept. And then we'll just say tech topic. This is going to be an async void. We're going to have a var response equals await. So we're going to wait for the AI to get back to us. It's going to come back with a response. And then that response, we're going to, in the inside of the actual like prompt, we're going to like restrict what it can give us. So we're going to assume that it gives us the correct response, which is let's see. I do need to make a new public class AI card game. Actually, I don't need to make that out here, right? We'll make it out here. Public class AI card game deck. That's what we'll call it. And we're just going to have it be a public array of cards. That's all it's going to be. Yeah. So we're going to use the JSON utility to parse the response string into this new AI card game underscore deck. We're going to parse this response into this data type. We're not doing any error handling at all here, by the way. Var new deck equals. We should at least do a try catch statement though. Try catch error. Or no, not error, exception. Zenny's back! How did your deforestation go? Are there no homes for the little squirrels and rabbits anymore, hopefully? Debug.log error error making deck. And we'll just pass the error through. No, we won't pass the error through. We'll say error.message. There we go. Cool. Yes, smile. Smile. And then I'm going to make a public list of AI card game card deck. Drawn. What are your friends doing, by the way, Zenny? Like, what is the goal of that game? Is it like a survival thing? Like you're playing like Ark, you know? Or what's a more modern version of that? Because Ark is old as fuck. But yeah, you know what I mean. Like Enshrouded, Ark, games like that, right? survive and do the NPC quests. Okay, so it is like a survival game, but you have like more structured objectives, which I like. I like that. We're going to say deck undrawn equals new. Whoop, not mesh data, right? Equals new. We're going to create a new list for each of them when we start. Deck drawn equals new. And then if new deck dot cards dot length is greater than 0, deck undrawn dot add range new deck dot cards. So we're going to query the AI for a new deck concept. We're going to parse its response into, what I expect it to be. And then, if there are cards there, we're going to add them to our undrawn deck. After that, I need a way to, like, show the cards. How do I draw a card? What's the easiest way to do that? Public void draw card. I guess we could just, you know what we could do? The easiest way to do that would just be to reference the card that we already have. Oh, wait, I'm doing this wrong, by the way. These are not cards, these are datas. We want data, not cards. Yeah, because the cards are the game objects. One of my favorite maps has horrors. The Hills Have Eyes. I've never seen that movie. That's a movie, right? The Hills Have Eyes. Isn't that about like a isn't that a very like kind of Resident Evil Biohazard sort of plot line? Where it's about like a, hillbilly family and it's very horror adjacent. I've never actually seen it. I just like vaguely am aware of it. So we're just going to make a reference to the card that we have. And instead of like spawning a new card every time, I'm just going to make it right now so that every time you click a card, it draws one. So we're going to say AI card game data next card equals undrawn dot first. We'll say if deck undrawn dot count is greater than 0. We'll add a check in there. We'll be a little responsible fella. And then we're gonna say, let's see, I need a way to set this data. So we'll say public void set card data, and we're gonna pass in AI card game card data. Yes. Sick. And then we'll be like public AI card game data, my data. Yeah. And then we'll just run a quick like separate function for update card data, which is going to update card data. It's just gonna like update all the labels and stuff. So we'll say label underscore title dot text equals my data dot title. No, name. Yes. The deer are people. They will chase you on its hind legs with a human face. Scared the shit out of me and my friend. That sounds scary. Jesus Christ. Label mana. Label types. Label description. That one's gonna be a little weird. Oh, we also need label stat line. So we'll say label stat line is going to equal my... Let's make a reference here. Just make a little string parser there. We're going to say power on the left, toughness on the right. There we go. And then description is going to be a little interesting. Can I just throw in like /n like this to do a new line? Italics. I wonder if I can do that. Flavor. Give me that flavor. I want that juicy cod flavor. Description. Type line. And then, mana. Mana? Cost? Do I not have mana in there? Name, image search term, type line, description, flavor, power, toughness. I don't have mana. That's funny. Int. No, not int. How do I want to handle this? Because it can have multiple costs, right? You know what? We'll just start with a flat, like... We'll just start with a flat, like, you know, colorless mana cost. I think that sounds good. We'll start simple and expand outwards, right? Mana cost .toString. There we go. Okay, sick. So now we can, I think we can remove this stuff. Oh, and we also need to do, we can remove this like search term stuff. We're gonna pass in a string here that says search term. There we go. Cool. Nope. I did not mean to do a tick there. My data dot image search term. Sick. All right. I want to be very clear right now that I'm not doing a lot. I am relying on the AI to do so much of the work for me. I'm just kind of doing like almost like programming clerical work to a certain extent. We can remove this one and this one, right? Yeah, we don't need those fields anymore. Cool. Yeah. That looks good. So now I'm going to say, we're going back to drawing a card. We're going to trigger this by clicking on the card. And I'm going to say, actually, maybe I pass in, no, that's fine. We'll expand on it later. We'll expand on it later. I want to just get to the interesting part right now. The part where you guys can start participating if you want. So, I want to remove undrawn. Dot remove. Next card. Actually, we'll call this drawn card. Or just draw. Just draw. Just card. Make it super simple. So we're removing that from the undrawn, and we're going to add it to the drawn. I know, this is riveting stuff. I bet you guys are just on the edge of your seat right now. And then we are going to assign the data. So what did I call that thing? Current card. Current card dot what is it? Set card data. That was it. We'll pass in the new data. Okay. Honestly, I think that's basically it as far as like what I need to do outside of crafting a prompt. uh, so we'll do that in a second here. We're not going to save the states. I don't want to use Chat GPT, but also I don't. Do I have a Claude set up perchance? Claude AI helper. Milo.code game equals cool. Hee hee hee. Hi, Orion. Hi. Orion, we're doing something really cool, although I do need to hide my screen for a second. Oh, my API key is on full display there, so it's good that I swapped this out. I'm gonna. Can I just say. What are the current Claude models? Claude models API. Are we on? We're on 4.6. Claude Sonnet 4.6. Okay. Take that. Neat. All right, that should be all I need to do there. How you doing, Orion? Hello. Does this mean Care's finished up his stream? We're done boating for the day. We are no longer boats. I need to check.
We're ready our best.
Nope, he's still going. MOK, I'm glad to hear that. Let me go into my... Oh, I didn't actually add this. Nope, just dipping aside. I see. Open AI helper. We're doing Claude AI helper. So what we're doing today here, by the way, send prompt to Claude. What we're doing here, Orion, and anyone else who might have like sauntered in and is lurking, is I am using the magic of cringe AI to generate new Magic the Gathering cards on the fly. Not with generative art. Let me be very clear, we're not using any generative art. It is generating new text based on the prompts I'm going to give it. And then I'm going to use Google Image API to return an image for the card. So like the card might be like ominous slice of pizza, and then we'll just Google image search slice of pizza, and that'll be the card art, right? So my overall goal is to see if I can get Twitch chat to build a deck using this. So I'm just kind of putting together like some of the groundwork right now, honestly. Just getting this all laid out here. Call this AI helper. By the way, I am not paying for OpenAI anymore, or ChatGPT, I should say. I am very, very disappointed with what they were doing with the Pentagon and how they went like behind. They like had this chance to be a like, you know, to stand up to the United States government, basically. Not to get too political right now, but like they had a chance to stand up to the United States government. And instead, they went behind Claude's back and like swooped in and said, yeah, we're going to support you, but also we're going to take that contract. And so like, I can't support that. I canceled my Chat GPT. I've been using Claude instead. And generally, I've been happier with it. So I am going to, we're gonna craft a prompt now. Right now, the prompt, by the way, this is the prompt that I had for the Thanksgiving stream. I gave, if you guys remember, the Thanksgiving stream had 3 characters in it, and the AI was like crafting responses for each one. Where we're going to delete all of these characters. We don't need those. We are going to delete... We're going to delete pretty much everything here, I think, other than, like, exactly what I need. Okay, so we'll start with you are helping a Twitch streamer named Milo coordinate. You are helping a Twitch streamer named Milo craft a brand new, customized, based on the input. Well, we'll get to that later. A brand new deck of Magic the Gathering cards for fun. You will be given a broad topic and will need to come up with a deck that consists of, let's just say 10 cards for now. You will make new mana types. Let's see. The deck should be themed based on the input given. Including brand new mana types. Including brand new mana types. Yeah, actually, we'll just stop there. You can create new... What are they called? So we've got the... What is it called again? Typeline. So you can create new creature types, but they must still... Or you can create new card types, I should say. But they must still be either an artifact, creature... What else do we got? What are all the different, like, options that go into a MTG type line? Oh my god, I hate wikis so much. I hate fandom.com, to be honest. It contains the card's card types. It also contains the card's subtype and supertype, if applicable. This is good. This is good info for us. This is good info. So we've got a card type, which I presume to be like artifact, creature, spell, instant, right? And then we've got subtypes, which I presume to be like, you know, human ally or bear or, you know, whatever. And then I don't know what a super type would be. Equipment, maybe? Like, you've got like non-creature spells, and then a super type would be like instant versus sorcery, or like when you have artifacts, you have like equipment versus other stuff. What does it say? Subtype is a characteristic of a card. Every card has a... Oh my god, shut up. Has a card type and may have one or more subtypes. These are printed on the type line. Subtypes may be named by card abilities to select or restrict what's affected by the ability. They also provide additional flavor. Several subtypes like equipment, aura, or saga come with rules baggage. Okay, cool. So subtypes are kind of the more official ones, whereas... oh, here we go. The majority of all battle creature, planes, and planeswalkers and tribals have at least one subtype. Subtypes are optional for artifact, enchantment, instant, sorcery, land, and dungeon cards. Okay, so what if we go to card type here? What do we got listed? Appears in the type line between any super types and subtypes that the card might have. Standard Magic cards typically have one or more of either permanent types, land, creature, artifact, enchantment, planeswalker, or battle, or one of the non-permanent spell types like instant or sorcery. Maybe we'll just let the AI figure it out, huh? Let's just see what it comes up with. And maybe it'll hallucinate something funny for us. But it must still be one of the main standard types. Creature, artifact, land, sorcery, instant, etc. What else do we want to give it? You'll also come up with a thematic, with a, let's see, power and toughness stat for each card, as well as a mana cost. Additionally, each card must have, I'm really going to make it work hard here. Each card must have a let's see. This is good thinking music. Each card must have a unique, like, what do they call that? Description? Effect? Parts of a card. I need to look at this again. Lamau. Yeah, text box. This is where a card's abilities appear. Aha. Okay. Have a unique text box with new, have a unique, well, we'll say it has a text box with a unique ability. We'll see how it does with that. Your output must always be valid JSON in this format. And we need to get some valid JSON here. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. Let's make an example down here. Public AI card, public static AI card game data sample data equals new. Is that how we do it? I always forget. Yeah, whatever. It doesn't matter if it errors out on us temporarily. Milo the Unstoppable. Milo the quick-witted is how I feel today. And then we'll say mana cost of 2. We'll say image search term. Oh, maybe we don't do Milo. Maybe we do something else that will Milo chocolate powder. Type line. What would it be? Creature. It'd be legendary creature. Cyborg VTuber. Sure. Description. What is a description for Milo? The handsome person running this stream. Oh, wait, no. That needs to be my flavor text. His chin could cut diamonds. Hell yeah. And then we'll go power. Obviously, Milo is like a he's something crazy, right? Like he's gonna be like a fucking like 2-mana 6/4. Just not even remotely balanced. No, you know what? He'd be a 6/1 because I get self-conscious. I feel like I'm very glass cannon. All right. So we need a description. What would a good ability for Milo be? Let's see. Equipment attached to Milo gains energized. Energized. This equipment can be, I don't know, equipped to another unit without paying its equip cost. That's kind of an interesting mechanic. Milo flexes his Bombadas to deflect. I don't even know how deflect would work. Is there even a Thorns mechanic anywhere in Magic? Surely there is, right? Surely there is. So that might work. Oh, wait. It actually has to be... it actually has to be a, like... a list of subcards. So we'll go cards. And then we'll throw it in there. I forgot we need a whole ass array. We'll make one more card, so that way it has two things to look at. By the way, is it cards that I'm wanting here? Cards, yes. Okay, sick. We'll make a sorcery. What do we make? Just bum, but blast. Actually, it probably shouldn't be Milo coded, right? Summon Rotom. Mana cost 4. Search term, Rotom. Sorcery. Or no, maybe it's an instant. Target opponent. What does target opponent do when Rotom comes out? Take control of target artifact. That's a good Rotom-y thing, right? Because, like, if there's an artifact on the field that's like, it could, like, it's a refrigerator or something, right? Then we play Rotom. Now we have control of the refrigerator. Rotom can inhabit anything, anywhere. And it is 0 power, 0 toughness. Okay. Okay. I'm probably spending too much time doing that, but this is fine. Hopefully this is interesting for you guys. Oh, I have to tell it about the image search term. Okay. Let's see. Each card will also have its art fetched from Google Images API. So you must also provide an appropriate search term to get some fake card art. Well, an appropriate search term related to the appropriate search term that will likely return. Now, we'll just let it roll, huh? We'll let it figure it out. So you must also provide an appropriate search term. We'll say image search term. That'll work. Rules you must abide by. Always return JSON in the above format. Do not return anything that isn't JSON data. Do we have anything else? Now let the custom deck stream, the custom MTG deck stream begin. Yeah, we'll just roll with this for now. I want to get us in there as soon as we can. Let's just see what this gets us, huh? Yeah, let's do it. Okay. I haven't used my Claude API access in a while, so the API key might be dead. Let's see. Do I need to assign anything else? Yes, I need to assign the card. That's fine. Deck topic. This is fine. That's all fine. I need to add a button to the card so that I know that I'm drawing a card. We'll say controller, draw card. There we go. Okay, cool. Oh, I don't have a, I need a stat line. I need a stat line. So we'll go types. We'll duplicate this. We'll throw this at the bottom. We're gonna throw this so it like sits at the edge. And then I'm just gonna real quick just make this a horizontal layout group. And then give it a content size fitter. I'm just gonna make it so that it like grows to be the exact size of the label, basically. There we go. And we'll just say 0, 0. Yeah. And that's fine. Sick. Okay. I don't know if this is going to be enough, a small enough text, honestly, but we'll see. Okay. So let's see how terribly, horribly, horrifically wrong this can go. Label stat line. Moment of truth. All right, what are we making a deck about? Team Fortress 2. Here we go. Generate deck. Waiting. Urine hose. No. Is it doing anything? Oh, error making deck. JSON parse error, invalid value. Shit. Shit. Smoge. Smoge. I need to see, let's debug.log. Let's just log the response and just see what it gives us, man. Let's just see what it gives us. Oh, did I make I didn't make this system serializable. Oh, that might have been literally the only reason. This right here might be the only reason that I didn't include this tag. All right. Oh. Oh. Oh, Lamau. I still have I still have my placeholder at the end here. I don't know if I'm going to need this. We'll just comment it out for now. I might need that later. I should probably specify that these should be fake cards. Do your best to create fake cards and not reuse common abilities or effects. Fuck it. We'll leave it in. We'll leave it in. We'll just see what it comes up with. We can always change it. All right, so I need to see what the output is. Let's make it horse. Horses. Generate deck. I saw that when you said urine hose, I was just like, that made me think of horses. I don't know why. Cyber cancer. Look, I want to make sure the core thing works before I give it some like wacky shit, okay? Oh, okay, sick. Okay, so I figured out what's going on now. I need to remove at the beginning and end. I need to remove the JSON stuff. So let's see, string deck text or deck JSON. We'll say raw JSON equals response dot replace tick 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 JSON with nothing dot replace tick 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 with nothing. That should do it, right? We basically just need to like remove the beginning and end here. I think that should do it. Let's see. You know what? Fuck it. We'll try whatever you say next, Huge. We'll try that. Whatever you say next, as long as it's not urine hose or cyber cancer. Stale bread? Okay. Stale bread. Stale bread. Did Milo successfully parse the JSON? Is the question. And the answer is... Fuck! I'm such a fucking idiot. I'm such a goddamn chungus. I stripped the beginning and end of the JSON, and I'm still just using the previous value. God damn it. Problem exists between keyboard and chair. Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. All right, we're going to try that again, because I'm curious what Stale Bread had for us. Stale Bread! That requires some TF2. What do you got for me? I also don't know how many, like, credits I have left on Claude, to be honest. I think this is potentially very funny. JSON parse error invalid value. Is this like, is this not valid? I feel like we're on the tip of being able to start doing some really cool stuff. Cards, that's fine. Data, that's fine. I'm going to temporarily tell it to... By the way, ads are going. Lamau, sorry. I'm going to temporarily tell it to just make, like, 3 cards. I'll make it... We'll tell it to make 4. Improv. That's our new deck theme, is improv. Come on. Okay. Oh, wait, did it work? Wait, it worked! Oh, shit! Oh, fuck. Okay, hold on. We're gonna draw a card. The card topic is improv. I don't know if this part's gonna work, but hopefully it does. Let me take a drink. All right, here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Almost. When Milo the Improviser enters the battlefield, create a yes and token with whenever you cast a spell, draw a card, then discard a card at random. That's kind of sick, actually. Hold on. Wait. At the beginning of your upkeep, exile the top card of your library. You may play it this turn. And then the flavor text is supposed to be, every mistake is just another opportunity for brilliance. What did it try and search for the image? Image search term, improv comedy stage performer microphone. Image download error. Bad request. Texture download hasn't finished yet. Interesting. What is that? And also it made me a 2-4, which is kind of funny. Bwam, bwam, bwam. We do have a couple of things we need to fix here. I like how I'm 3 mana. All right, what do we got next? So there's a few things to fix here, right? There's a few things to fix. I don't know how... Can I do, like, BR? Like that? Aha! Okay. You can do break tags. How do I do italic? I, maybe? Ah. Sick. Okay. So... That was kind of cool. What all do we have to fix? We have to figure out why... Let's see. Await task.yield. What do you mean await dot... It's not finished? Why isn't it finished? Let's remove that for now. Let's add in the break. Instead of a /n, let's do a /br, or a open close br, and then change this to I. Cool. That's cool. Okay. And... Is that everything? Pretty much everything else was kind of where I wanted it, right? Like it gave up 1 mana value, which is fine. It gave a title, or I should rename this to name. It did a Google image. The Google image had an issue where it said it wasn't done downloading yet. Is that something here? So URL, await, Google image search. Loaded sprite, await, Google image search, download. This should be fine. This might be just like another bug I have to look at after we've gotten a bit further here. Let's see. My data, image search term. I guess I could make sure that we're not calling update card data more than once, although it should just be once, right? Are we calling set card data multiple times? Let's see. This should just be 1 click, 1 card, set card data. Yeah, that should all be fine. Okay. I don't know why Amelia Earhart's still here, but she is. You know what? Fuck it. Amelia... How do you spell her name? Earhart? I don't think that's how you spell her name. We'll see what it does with that, though. Actually, was there anything I needed to change with the prompt itself? I guess we can add that there so it knows that to use like a BR tag. Denote line breaks in flavor, text, and description with a BR tag. Okay. I don't think there was anything else I needed to do. Let's just try it again. Let's do Amelia Earhart. Generate deck. This is one thing I need to figure out. Oh, there we go. Okay, it's in there. We got 4 cards. All right, what do we got? What do we have for Amelia Earhart? Okay. Data processing error. Son of a bitch. Amelia, Sky Pioneer, legendary creature, human pilot, flying. Sick! Wait, it knows how to do flying. Whenever Amelia, Sky Pioneer attacks, you may search your library for a vehicle card, reveal it, and put it in your hand, then shuffle. Oh god, she's a fucking tutor. Oh no. Oh god, it's a tutor. Ugh. Alright, so this is the other thing I needed to fix, actually, was this bit right here. I need to make this line... I need to make the height of this fit within the box. Other than that... the main issue is that the fucking images won't load, right? Like... I see why this one didn't load. That's unfortunate, because I'm not sure if this is an issue that we can fix, but this is kind of the, like, most important part of the stream, right? Output ids.si.edu. Maybe we do need to grab the WebP converter. Decode WebP in Unity. If you can't control the format, use a WebP decoding library like Unity WebP to convert the bytes before creating the texture. Well, the base card thing is kind of sick. Did this work? Oh, shit! Electra's Final Flight. Legendary artifact, vehicle, flying, crew 1. At the beginning of your upkeep, exile the top card of your library. You may play that card this turn. If Electra's Final Flight would be destroyed, instead exile it and return it to the battlefield at the beginning of the next turn, the next end step. If Electra's Final Flight would be destroyed, instead exile it and return it to the battlefield at the beginning of the next end step. So you just... So this is a poorly... Like, this... It's fine. It's fine, right? We weren't expecting good cards. But this is a very poorly designed card because... You just can't fucking... You have to exile this card. You have to exile it. You cannot destroy it. You have to exile it. I guess that's... Maybe that's fine then. Because there is counterplay. Just initially I was like, oh, you literally can't get rid of this thing. No, if you exile it, it's fine. Because if you destroy it, it's just like, okay, self-exile and return to battlefield. God, that's funny. Okay. Cool. Let me see if I can figure out... This music is extremely ominous. let's swap over to, I'm going back to Jamie. I like Jamie. So I need to figure out this image issue. Google image search. Request.downloadhandler.text. So if it's not equal to success, JSON utility can't handle top-level arrays. Well, but this is an object with an item, so it's fine. So we have the response, which is where I don't want to show this real quick in fear of showing my API key. Thank goodness I hit it. My API key is on screen. Okay, so it just has one link object, basically. How do we deal with this? So my adjustment that I made earlier did fix the baseline where like this icon or this PNG here ended up like coming through well, which is good. What I am concerned about is this one didn't have a PNG at all. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We are going to go up here. So when we successfully get a response from the Google image search response, we are going to loop, instead of just returning the first one, what we're going to do is we are going to loop through each item for int I equals 0, I is less than response.items.length, I plus plus. We're just going to loop through each of these items, and we're going to grab the first one, grab and return the first one that includes .png or .jpeg in it. So I feel like it's more complex than this, but what we're going to try is just if let's make a reference to it. String link equals response.items I.link, and we'll say if link dot contains dot png, we'll say dot lowercase, dot to lower. If it contains dot png or dot jpeg or dot jpeg with an e, then return link. Otherwise, return null. And we're going to say, we're going to debug no items with valid file extension. So we'll try that. Now the problem is, I don't know if we can get the same like response again. But that's fine. Let's go ahead and try out a new topic here. Oh, I am getting so eepy. Although I have been live longer than I thought I would be, to be honest, based on how I felt going into today. Let's make one based on Elden Ring. Screw it. Elden Ring, kitten with a Tommy gun? Okay. Cats with guns. We'll just say cats with guns, right? And I'm gonna have it make 10 cards. Generate deck. The more cards I request, the the longer it's probably gonna take. I love this song so much. I bounced off of Street Fighter 6, unfortunately, but like, oh. JSON parse error, missing a closing quotation mark in string. What? Name, Whiskers Gunslinging Marshal. Why is it missing one? I wish I could see where it was missing one. Can I just like control copy and we'll go to JSON formatter. Did it just end? Is it truncated? Is it just truncated? Interesting. Strokes beard thoughtfully. So here's what I'm gonna do. I think it might be down to the length. I think maybe we've asked it to give too many and it's like truncating it again. Oh god. Yeah. Again, huge. Remind me to invalidate my Google image search API key once we're done with this. I would appreciate it. Thank you. AI card game data. What was I doing? I am getting fucking foggy. I am getting foggy bears. I am so tired. Let's see. What was I doing? Oh, right. Our response was potentially getting truncated. We don't know that, or we don't know if it's getting truncated or if it is simply, like, God, I am not articulate right now. Yeah, we don't know if it's like getting the end cut off of it, which I think is likely, or if it's simply just like the log is stopping. It's just not rendering anymore. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna make a public string deck JSON, and we're just going to make this a text area, which should just let us see what comes out. Yeah. That should be good. Also, let me hide this for a second. I really wanted to see what the cat cards were. That's so sad. Where is my... All right, Claude Helper. I really just need to move my freaking API keys into an entirely different class. You know what? Maybe I should do that real quick. Maybe I should freaking do that real quick. I'm gonna make API keys. Oh. And we're just going to say public static string Claude. And then we'll do another one, public static string Google Images. I am aware that you all cannot see anything. I am just putting my API keys into a new file so that I do not expose them. Really, I should put them in an environment file. That would be smarter. But I'll do that off stream. API keys dot Claude. There we go. So with that in mind, I can show this again. So what the hell was I doing? What the freaking hecking fuck was I doing? I might need to go offline soon. I am so tired. Well, that's fun. Right. We were gonna put the raw JSON in here to see if it's getting cut off. Okay, sick. These are my banned terms, by the way, for the search stuff. A bunch of words that I probably just shouldn't say on Twitch.tv. And I probably need more words than this, honestly. But we'll figure that out over time. Okay, so I am looking for... Actually, should I just do it here? It might be easier to just do it here. Yeah. Let's do this. Latest output. String result equals first result dot message dot to string. Then we're going to turn latest output into res, and we will return res. Easy peasy peasy. Bum 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 bum. Max tokens might be it too as well, actually. Although this should be enough tokens, to be honest. I don't know a lot about how tokens work. But I don't know, 1024 should be fine, right? If we're getting a cutoff response, then I think we increase this and that should fix it. But let's see. Okay, so now the output should appear down here. Let's go with ducks. This is going to be a Magic the Gathering deck about ducks. We love ducks in this house. All right. Oh, it only returned 4. This is so sad. All right, let's try that again. I think that's literally the issue, is when I ask for a certain number of cards, it just it doesn't have enough like text to respond with. Which could be solved in a couple of ways. I could chunk my requests so that I grab them like 5 cards at a time or whatever, right? That could be one thing we do. Hi, Queenie. Queenie, give me a concept to make a custom Magic the Gathering deck around. Although, actually, it'll probably error out, now that I think about it. But give me one anyway. It could be any topic you want. It could be Harry Potter. It could be writing. It could be dogs. It could be just the color pink. Whatever you want. I feel like I'm ascending to heaven right now with this World of Warcraft music. I give you another 10 seconds or so before I just type in smoothie. I take myself a long pull of my Kroger Big K Cola, 0 sugar, 0 calories. All right, we're going to go smoothie. Smoothie! Oh, how about a deck built around a certain bat demon we know? It can't be any specific person, but I could put, bat, right? Like, if I put Ruby Cafe, the AI is not going to know what to do with that. But I could say, bat. I could even say bat VTuber. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. We'll see what it does when I put in Ruby Cafe VTuber. Fuck it. Let's try it. Let's try it. It might figure it out. Barista bat. I do think it's going to error out, though. So we'll have to try this again. Yeah. Missing a closing quotation mark. All right. What was the output? Ruby Cafe Digital Starlet. Ruby Gem Anime Girl VTuber. Oh no. Claude has misgendered Ruby. This is not ideal. Yep. We just done ran out of text. We just done ran out of text. All right, here's what I'm going to try then, is I'm just going to try pumping this up to 2048 and see if that's enough. I can spend some time off stream, potentially, figuring that out. So, let's just try Ruby Cafe VTuber again. I almost typed in again. That's how tired I am. Did I spell their name right? Yeah. Okay. Generate deck. Let's see if the token count is the issue. I'm not entirely certain if that's the case. I did double the max tokens, which should affect the amount of data that's allowed to be returned to us. In that case, though, I don't particularly understand why I wouldn't just make the max tokens freaking 9999999, right? Okay. Here we go. First card. All right, so Claude is not very intelligent. This is why we probably don't do any specific people. But let's see what we've got here. Ruby Cafe Digital Empress, okay. Misgendered, first of all. Not that I gave it any indication of that, but still. Legendary creature, human VTuber. So it's just going off of streamer and the name. It did not retrieve any information about Ruby themselves. When Ruby Cafe enters the battlefield, create 3 1/1 colorless chat artifact creature tokens with, quote, sacrifice this creature, draw a card. Okay, so what? Chat tokens are just better treasure tokens, because treasure tokens just give you 1 mana. Whenever you draw a card, Ruby Cafe gets +1/+1 until the end of the turn. Oh. Her steam engine never ends. Again, misgendered my Ruby. And neither does their reign over the digital realm. What else did you get? Screaming Studio. Equipped creature gets +2/+2 and has tap. Create 1/1 colorless viewer artifact creature token. So a viewer artifact creature token is different than... Okay, well, the good news is we've kind of figured it out, which is kind of sick. Legendary Artifact Equipment Studio. Create a 1/1 colorless viewer artifact token, which is apparently different from... What was the first one? What was the first one? Chat. So, okay, so a viewer artifact creature token is different from a chat creature artifact token, which is funny. Equip cost is reduced by 1 for each viewer you control. Wait, that's kind of fun. Wait, that's kind of funny, actually. Hold on. Okay. Super Chat Storm. Oh, value cannot be null. Value cannot be null. What do you mean value cannot be null? No items with valid file extension. Ah. Okay. We'll have to handle this, like, error here. Let me make a note of that. Let's see. What do if URL is null? No results returned with valid extension. We have to deal with that. To do. Deal X damage to any target where X is the number of artifact creatures you control. Create X colorless donation artifact tokens with sacrifice this artifact. Add 1 mana of any color. When chat shows love, the stream shows power. Value cannot be null. Again. Wait, how many results is it getting? Surely it's getting more than 1, right? Protection from trolls? That's so funny, dude. Wait. That's so funny. That means that we need, like, another deck. We need another deck that has trolls in it to, like, you know, go against this one. This is a flash creature. When Loyal Moderator enters the battlefield, it's so funny that Loyal Moderator has flash. Basically, Huge and everyone else in chat, what flash means is you can play this card whenever you want, on anyone's turn, at any step, except in the case of cards that have split second as a keyword, which basically means that the effect happens so fast that you cannot respond to it. But otherwise, creatures with flash can be played whenever you want, as long as you have the resources to cast them. And same thing with instants. So it's really funny that Loyal Moderator is a flash creature. Just when there's trouble, Moderator comes out. Viral moment. Oh, we have another issue. Image download error. 403 forbidden. Fortune.com/image-assets WordPress content uploads Getty images.jpg. Lamau. So there's a lot of issues to solve with the image, unfortunately. This is something that I'll have to figure out. Hannah! Hannah! Let me show you this. Hannah. I know you play MTG, Hannah. Also, thank you for the sub. Hannah, give me a topic to generate a Magic the Gathering deck from. Give me a topic. It could be ducks. It could be the color pink. It could be tacos. It could be just goblins. Yes, a topic. It could be submarines. It could be World War II. Yeah. Give me something that we could generate 10 Magic the Gathering cards from. And again, thank you for the sub. I appreciate it. Thank you. Stabs? Okay. Stabs. Generate deck. We have to wait. We have to wait for it to finish generating. Oh, there we go. All right. At least it's polite enough to put on some music while we're on hold. Well, that was me. I'm the polite one. I'm a good boy. Okay. Also, just never mind why Amelia Earhart's here. She's just watching us. Okay, don't worry about her. Oh, you're so polite. All right, what is our first card? Arcanum Staff. Artifact. Equipment. Equipped creature gets +2/+0 and has tap. Add 1 mana of any color. That's fucking busted. How much is this? 3 mana? Equip 2? Wait, is this even remotely balanced? Creature gets +2/+0 and has tap, add 1 mana of any color. I guess it's kind of like, it is kind of balanced because who cares if you give it +2/+0 if you're going to tap it for mana anyways, right? All right, what else do we got? Staff Wielder Adept. Oh god, AI. Gross, 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 gross. I promise it didn't generate this. This is Google Images. It's just Google Images is doing its thing. When the Staff Wielder Adept enters the battlefield, you may search your library for an equipment card, reveal it, and put it into your hand, then shuffle. Ah, stop making tutors! Claude loves to make tutors. I think I have this exact card from Assassin's Creed. Let's see. MTG Assassin's Creed Tinkerer. I think it's Tinkerer. No. What the hell is it called? It's got blue. Hold on, we can look together. It's got blue. Wait, Coastal Piracy is an Assassin's Creed card? Oh shit. It's blue, and it is a creature. Loyal Inventor. This was it. Okay. Loyal Inventor. When Loyal Inventor enters the battlefield, you may search your library for an artifact card, reveal it, then shuffle. Put that card in your hand if you control an assassin. Otherwise, put that card on top of your library. So, and it costs 3 mana. It's a 2/3. So, Claude just basically made a busted, extra strong version of that. When Staff Wielder Adept enters the battlefield, you may search your library for an equipment card, reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle. That's just better in every way. It's also cheaper. Next topic, bad tutors. Oh god. Thundercaller's Rod. Let's try bad tutors. I want to see what bad tutors gives us. Bad tutors. I wonder how much this is costing me in API usage, by the way. Generate deck. Aha! All right. Bad tutors, card number 1. Bumbling Scholar. All right, first of all, we got an image issue, an image download issue. When Bumbling... It's a 3 mana creature, human wizard, 2/2. When Bumbling Scholar enters the battlefield, search your library for a card, reveal it, then shuffle your library and put that card on the bottom When Bumbling Scholar enters the battlefield, you may... No, not you may. Search your library for a card, reveal it, then shuffle your library and put that card on the bottom. That's really, really funny. Also, the flavor text. I know it's here somewhere. Or maybe it was in the other book? Misguided Tutelage. It's a sorcery. Search your library for a card. Your opponent chooses whether you put it into your hand or into your graveyard, then shuffle your library. These are so funny. Wait, Huge, this was such a funny idea. It's given us 2 tutors so far. Forgetful Library. Look at her. Oh my god, look at her. Holy shit. That's some Getty Images ass picture right there. 4 mana, 1/4. When Forgetful Librarian enters the battlefield, search your library for up to 3 cards and exile them face down. Then shuffle your library. You may look at the exiled cards, but cannot cast them. This is so funny, dude. Wait. This is so funny. The flavor text. I put them somewhere safe. Too safe, apparently. Fuck. You know there's going to be some MTG, like, theory crafters who are going to figure out some way to make Forgetful Librarian broken, right? There's some interaction somewhere that's going to make her crazy. Oh, God. What is this? Reverse research. The picture is just a book cover upside down by Danielle Steele. It's an instant. Search your library for a card and put it into your opponent's hand. Then shuffle your library. Draw a card. Wait, that's not how this works. Oh my fucking god, dude. I want that card. This one's kind of fun. You know what? Actually, you play reverse research and you like stick some card that is detrimental to your opponent that they have to play somehow. Just there's a card that says if this card is in your hand and you have open mana, the first action you take must be to play this card or something. Oh, this is such a funny set of cards. No image for Clumsy Apprentice. When Clumsy Apprentice enters the battlefield, search your library for a card. Roll a 6-sided die. If you roll a 1 to 3, put that card into your graveyard. If you roll a 4 to 6, put it into your hand. Then shuffle your library. Oops, was that important? This one's actually not bad. 2 mana to search a card and then a 50% chance to, like, get it. Especially if the card you're searching for, like, it says search your library for a card. Not for an equipment, not for a creature, not for a sorcery, for a card. You can search literally anything in the deck, and then you have a 50% chance of just getting it in your hand. That's kind of fucking cracked, actually. And then you could just bounce Clumsy Apprentice and, like, play him over and over again? Holy shit. Holy shit. If you have Graveyard Recursion, this is just a tutor that sounds weaker but is good. Aren't most tutors, like, specific towards the type of card, though? Like, you need a tutor that specifically gets you an equipment, right? Or you need a tutor that specifically lets you search an artifact, or specifically lets you search a, you know, human ally creature, right? Just the fact that it says search your library for a card seems crazy to me. Especially if the card that you're searching for, like, has a benefit if it goes into the graveyard. What about a 6 or a 7? You know what? Let's try and generate a 6/7 deck. I am so curious what Claude is going to do with this. 6/7. Generate deck. This is going to be so dog shit, I can already tell. This is gonna be so bad. Do we have him? Not yet. Not yet. We're still waiting. We're still waiting. All right, there we go. We have 10 cards for 6-7. What is behind door number 1? Lucky 7 Nexus. 7 mana. It is a legendary artifact. When Lucky 7 Nexus enters the battlefield, draw cards equal to the number of 7s in all mana costs on the battlefield. Whenever you cast a spell with a mana cost 6 or 7, create a 1/1 fortune token creature. Where 6 meets 7, fortune flows eternal. I don't know if Claude quite understood 6/7, but let's keep going and see. Sixfold Guardian. Creature, construct guardian, hexproof. When Sixfold Guardian enters the battlefield, you may return up to 6 target cards from your graveyard to your hand. 6 limbs, 6 senses, 6 chances to protect what matters. It's a 6 mana, 6/6. Yeah, I don't think it understood. I don't think it understood. 7 stars alignment. Choose 7? Okay, this costs 7 mana to cast. It's a sorcery. You choose 7 of these effects. Deal 2 damage to any target, so just 14 damage, potentially. That says any target, by the way. That includes players. Draw a card. You could draw 7 cards. Gain 3 life. You could gain 21 life. You know, just assuming you're doing one of these 7 times instead of a combination. Create a 2/2 star token. Scry 2. God. Imagine being the asshole who scries 2 7 times. Jesus. Would that even... Wait, hold on. Was Scry the one where you chose top or bottom? Or was that the one where you choose, like, top or graveyard? I think it's top or bottom. So it's like, if after the first Scry 2, you don't want to do that anymore, I think. Unless you go, like, bottom twice, right? Put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. You could just get a +7/+7. Okay. Return target card from graveyard to hand. That's crazy. Wait, that's crazy. Hold on. You just pull 7 cards out of your graveyard and put them back in your hand? That's insane. Anyways, Claude did not understand the mission, unfortunately. Claude did not grasp what was being asked of it, but that's okay. I'm having fun with this now. I'm having fun with this. I think, though, I am incredibly EP. Angerly Elderly? Okay, we'll do one more. We're going to do Angerly Elderly, and then I think I'm going to call it after that, because I am getting very EP, and I don't think I have it in me to keep coding. Angry Elderly. Generate deck. The most vicious of the Eld. We're waiting for this deck undrawn to, like, populate with 10. I don't know why I keep asking it to make me 10 cards. I'm not looking at all 10 that it generates. I think I'm just wasting extra tokens here, having it work harder. Oh, there we go. All right. All right. So, Angerly Elderly. Grumpy Gus the Perpetually Upset. He's a 3 mana 2/4 legendary creature, Human Elder. Whenever an opponent plays a spell, Grumpy Gus deals 1 damage to that player. Oh, and you can tap him. Tap Grumpy Gus. Target creature gets -2, -0 until the end of turn and must attack this turn if able. Flavor text. Get off my battlefield. Oh. I think Grumpy Gus is my favorite thing we've generated. Well, no, I don't know. I really liked the Bad Tutors deck in general. Gus is my new commander. He's so good. Oh. Cranky Cane of Complaints. It is a legendary artifact equipment. Equipped creature gets +1/+3 and has, whenever this creature becomes blocked, it deals 2 damage to defending player. Equip 1. Every swing comes with a lecture about proper respect. That's a euphemism for beating the children. I don't like that. Grumpy Gus? Not good. Not good. Okay, I don't like that it gave me what is probably AI here. Not a fan of that. Not a fan of that. Ornery Oldster. Creature, Human Elder. When Ornery Oldster enters the battlefield, target opponent discards a card. Whenever Ornery Oldster attacks, defending player loses 1 life. God, these old people are grumpy. And they just go right for the fucking jugular, don't they? Back in my day, creatures knew how to die properly. Oh no, Furious Porch Rocker doesn't have an image. It errored out. No. Creature, Human Elder, Defender. Tap, deal 1 damage to target attacking creature. If that creature dies this turn, gain 2 life. It seems like, well, Jesus, first of all, Furious Porch Rocker is a 1 mana 0/5. That's fucking crazy. That's crazy. I remember thinking, I run Turtle Duck. Turtle Duck MTG. I run Turtle Duck here just for the stat line. It is a 1 mana 0/4. Like, I don't know about you guys, but I feel like a 1 colorless 0/5 is insane. And also you can tap it to deal 1 damage to target attacking creature. That's crazy. Old people deck, woo. Yep. Senior Citizen's Wrath. Sorcery. Deal 3 damage to each creature your opponents control. Oh, wow. Okay. If you control an Elder, deal 5 damage instead? All right, so Claude does not know how to balance MTG cards. That's fine. That's fine. Part of this is just the funny haha of like, you know, seeing what nonsense it comes up with. Decades of pent-up frustration unleashed in one devastating outburst. Bitter memories. Oh no. Enchantment. At the beginning of each opponent's upkeep, that player loses 1 life for each card in their hand. Whenever an Elder you control dies, draw a card. Oh. Okay. The past cuts deeper than any blade. Jesus Christ. All right. All right. Yeah. Yep. Cantankerous Curmudgeon. He has Trample. That's so funny. Whenever Cantankerous Curmudgeon deals combat damage to a player, that player discards 2 cards and you gain 3 life. 50 years of accumulated rage made manifest. Oh. Generally speaking, I think Claude is doing what I want it to do here. That said, it definitely has no clue how to balance a it has no clue how to balance a deck. But that's okay. That's okay. It's getting closer than it might otherwise, honestly. Yeah. Retirement Home Riot. Sorcery. Create 4 1/1 white Elder creature tokens with, when this creature dies, it deals 1 damage to target opponent. Wait! The previous card, Bitter Memories, had an effect for... What was the effect of Bitter Memories? What is the synergy between these cards? I need to see. Bitter Memories. Whenever an Elder you control dies, draw 1 card. Will you be adding colors to cards? Yes. Right now they're just colorless because I built this whole thing like from scratch in this stream. But I think offline, before I like go live with this again, I think we'll be adding a whole bunch of stuff to it. Yeah. Whenever an elder you control dies, draw a card. So just Retirement Home Riot is potentially create 4 draws, like 4 creature draws, right? It's a little underpowered card for once. Yeah, it's not the best. Like I think it's only worth 6 mana if it's combined with the Bitter Memories enchantment, honestly. But this all by itself is kind of dog shit, actually. Needs to summon 400 1/1s for such high. It needs to summon. It needs to summon like one like 1/1 for every memory you've accumulated across the match, right? Just something like that. Arthritic joint pain. Oh no! Oh no! Target creature gets -3, -0 until the end of turn and can't block this turn. And can't block this turn. Oh no. If you control an elder, that creature also can't attack next turn. Oh, bro, that's so funny. That's so funny. Are we getting towards the end? I think this is the first deck where I've felt the need to go through all of them. Nursing Home of Eternal Grudges. It's a land. Oh my god, it gave us a land. Holy shit. Wait, this has got to be this surely this is like a legendary land, right? Tap. Add 1 mana of any color. Oh, we have ads, by the way. Smoge ad time. Add 1 mana of any color. Tap. Pay 2 life. Create a 1/1 white elder creature token with this creature enters the battlefield tapped. I wish Claude would have a little more consistency between, like, I wish if it said create a token, and I could probably get it to do this, right? I could probably get it to do this, but I wish that it would say if it creates a token to, like, use that token on more than 1 card. You know what I mean? We kind of got lucky this time with, like, the whole, like, you know, elders thing, and, like, having elders die being card draw on Bitter Memories. But now we've got, like, an elder creature token with this creature enters the battlefield tapped. Like, now we're up to 3 different kinds of elder creature tokens in this deck. So I think that's something that that we need to do here. We need to figure out. Potentially.
Right.
Hoomst? Hoomst! Oh! 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 Hello! Hello, everyone! Hello, hello, hello. I need some more exciting music than this. Zelda! Hello, everyone. Welcome in. My name is Milo_V2B. If you don't know me, then you're just shrug, I guess. Here I am. I am feeling extremely eepy today. And I was actually about to raid out, but I was going to raid you. I was hoping I could for once. Care! I made something funny. I made something funny, Care. Would you give me a concept for a MTG deck? Like, it could be boats, right? You could make it boats or ducks. Or the last one we did was Angry Elderly, which was really, really funny. Boats with Island Walk. What the fuck is Island Walk? Because that's just ducks. Let's do boats and ducks. Let's just see what it does with this. By the way, guys, hello everyone. My name is Milo, like I said. Today I had a dumb idea. I had a stupid idiot freaking Chungus chud idea. I made an application that uses AI to generate a random deck of Magic the Gathering cards, not Gen AI. I want to be very clear about that. Not like it's not generating the images. It's using Google Images API for that. But it is generating the card concepts and text and names and all of that based on a concept that I give it. Okay? We have our 10 cards for boats and ducks. The theme of this deck is boats and ducks. So, our first card within the boats and ducks deck is, and there are 10 cards. It's generating 10 right now. Whew. Admiral Quackbeard. I don't know why this is just a snapback hat. Is this like a hockey team that's the Mighty Ducks or something? I don't know. Oh, pirate, duck pirate. It is a legendary creature, duck pirate, flying. Whenever Admiral Quackbeard attacks, create a 1/1 blue duck token with flying. Other ducks you control get +1/+1 and have sailing. It created a new keyword. This creature can't be blocked by creatures without sailing. Oh, so it's just a new kind of flying. It also has flying. So Admiral Quackbeard has flying, and the ducks it creates have sailing. Okay. The most feared captain on both the pond and the sea. Legit question, not mad. How is generating the text not Gen AI? It is technically Gen AI, but you have to understand, Karen, that, and I know you do understand this, there is a very distinct difference between, text-based Gen AI and, like, image-based Gen AI. I think it's kind of a weird distinction, but there is a much larger stigma on image generation, and I think rightfully so, because it uses so many more resources and it takes so much more processing power. But you are right. Technically, text generation is generative AI. You are technically correct, yes. The best kind of correct. What's our next card? 2 mana, Mallard Gondolier. We don't have an image for this one. That's so sad. It is a creature, a duck pilot. It has sailing. Okay, it reused its own keyword. Cool. When Mallard Gondolier enters the battlefield, you may search your library for a vehicle card. Oh god, it's a tutor! Reveal it and put it into your hand. This is a 2 mana 1/2 that effectively has better flying. And is also a tutor. Claude does not know how to balance Magic to the Gathering cards. Text-based AI is literally the concept of monkeys plus typewriters. Yes, but also technically so is every other form of AI. Like, how AI works at its base level is it is gathering as much like context as it can and then just guessing, right? It's more complex than that, but that's kind of the very, very high level, right? No, I get there's a difference, but I don't know how I shouldn't be mad about a robot taking my job just because it's not built from children's bones. I don't know enough about this, so I asked the expert. I am also mad about this because I have been out of work since for 14 months now. I have been out of work. Granted, I've only been actively searching for a job for the last, 4 months or so, but still. It has been very difficult because of AI. The Ducky Duchess. Okay. Legendary vehicle yacht, sailing crew 2. Whenever the Ducky Duchess deals combat damage to a player, draw 2 cards and create 2 treasure tokens. The boat duck deck is unfortunately a little dry. I want to generate a new one. Let's think of a new concept that will give us some more interesting results. Like, sympathizes in unemployment. I feel ya. When children's bones simply weren't the proper material, it lacks the pliability of children's hides. I so desperately want to put in children's bones and see what it comes up with, but I'm not that brave. You know what? Let's make a deck based off of the concept of technically correct. Technically correct is the new concept. Let's wait for it to generate. How you guys doing? You guys having a good time? Reasons to visit a therapist? That's a good one. That's a good one. I like that one. All right, we have our deck. The first card that we draw from our technically correct deck, Pedantic Scholar. 3 mana, 2/4. It's a human advisor, a creature. When Pedantic Scholar enters the battlefield, counter target spell unless its controller can name 3 synonyms for any word in that spell's name. What the fuck? How? Okay, so first of all, Pedantic Scholar does not have flash. So counter target spell seems like it's just not going to happen. Because it doesn't happen at, like, this happens at sorcery speed, you know what I mean? But, like, setting that aside, this is a stupid effect. Flavor text. Well, actually, that's not quite right. That's not quite right. Literal interpretation. This is an instant. It also just doesn't have a card. The thing I've been struggling with this stream is getting Google Images API to do what I freaking want it to do, dude. What I freaking want it to do. It's just, so we've got Godric just screaming for a lot of this. By the way, don't worry about Amelia Earhart. She's just vibing. She's just chilling. She's chilling here. Literal interpretation is a 2 mana instant. Choose a card name. Until the end of turn, spells and abilities can only target permanents whose names contain that exact word. Huh. That's a very niche, but actually kind of interesting card. What would the use case be for that? That doesn't work? I guess not, because, like, once the card is played and it's on the stack, like, its target is locked in. It's not like you can just be like, you have no target now. You have to change your target. You have to pick a new target. That kind of doesn't function, right? What if the name is multiple words? Oh, choose a card name? Right. Spells and abilities can only target permanents whose name contains that exact word. Spell taunt. Imagine. I would probably reword it as choose a word in a card name. Yeah. Granted, I'm not the one who wrote these. Technically correct Golem. Okay, we're getting really, really clever here, Claude. 5 mana, 4/6. Artifact creature, Golem. Whenever an opponent makes a game action... Whoa. That is... Whew. I'm reminded of when... whenever a player commits a crime, except this is just literally anything... Whenever an opponent makes a game action, if that action could be performed more efficiently... Who's the arbiter of this? Judge? Excuse me, Judge? If that action could be performed more efficiently, technically correct Golem deals 1 damage to that player. This is such a stupid... Okay, so mileage may vary. Mileage may vary with how well Claude does in making these. This must be the lawyer card set. The concept for this set is technically correct. Semantic argument. Sorcery. Choose 2 words that appear in a card name on... Wait, choose 2 words that appear in card names on the battlefield. So the way this is worded, you could choose words from 2 different cards. Switch all instances of those words on those cards until the end of turn. What the Deadpool-ass card is this? Holy shit. Imagine trying to track this It is kind of interesting, though. It is kind of an interesting card. Judge, he's tapping his mana by 92 degrees. That's extremely inefficient. Find something that says target and each. Wait! Oh my god! Oh, fuck. Yeah, it's just like you play like Vandal Blast with the upgraded version of Vandal Blast, but then you just change it from artifact to like, you know, human ally or whatever, and then just they wipe their own board of their own like human allies, right? Also, once again, it takes the names, then refers to the text, so this never hits anything. It takes the names, then refers to the to text. LLMs have an issue with context, so yeah. So how I'm reading this here is I play this card, right? Shinjin suggested a fix that'd make it hilarious. In-card texts on the battlefield. Isn't that's I'm probably dyslexic, so but that's just how I read it. Choose 2 words that appear in card names. Oh, in card names. Yeah, I see. I see the distinction now. Yeah. It depends on what your definition of is. The flavor text, it's been doing a funny job with the flavor text. If it were card text, you could do so many fun things. Yeah. When I initially read it, I was just like, oh yeah, any text that appears anywhere on the card, right? Like if I could just find the number 5 in like power somewhere, right? And then just swap all instances of 5 with all instances of it's like you know, you have like a player who's doing a bunch of like 1/1 tokens, right? And then you're just like, okay, well, I'm going to swap all instances of 2 from this with all instances of 0 from my, you know, 0/5 defender. And now all of a sudden, all of those cards die, right? What do we got next? Rules Lawyer. Okay. There's a 4-mana 3/3. If Flash. Oh, it has Flash. Okay. It's a human advisor. When Rules Lawyer enters the battlefield, choose a triggered ability that triggered this turn. That ability triggers again. Okay. Imagine you just lock the I guess it says choose a triggered ability that triggered this turn. It can't see itself triggering. I was just like imagine I bring this into MTG Arena and I just lock the game up by picking itself. That would be the first thing they'd test, right? But still. God, you could do so many crazy things with this. Flash this in on an opponent's turn in response to a bad trigger, make it bad twice. Yep. It is 4 mana, which is 4 mana is a lot to just kind of hold, but also this seems like a pretty good card, honestly. All right. Exactitude Engine. 3 mana artifact. Error on image. When you would draw a card, instead look at the top 3 cards of your library and put one of those into your hand that shares a word with the spell you cast this turn. Oh, so this is just worthless. That's just, or is it good? Is it shares a word? I guess it doesn't say card name. It says literally any word, right? So it could be like and or of, I guess. Oh, wait, hold on. Wait, I'm so tired right now, guys. I am so tired right now. I forgot that this was an artifact. that just has a persistent effect. Whenever you would draw a card, this is such a good card, actually. I'm so tired right now, you guys. This even includes flavor text. This could include the little bit at the bottom of the card that says, like, who the artist is. That would be more niche, but still. It could just be the mana cost. What happens when it's what happened when it's draw for turn and you haven't played a spell yet? What happens when it's draw for turn? Oh, like draw during upkeep, or upkeep then draw. Whenever you would draw a card, instead look at the top 3 cards of your library and, I mean, yeah, put one of those in your hand that shares a word with a spell you cast this turn. You just get to pick what card you get, right? You then add nothing. It kills your draw it kills your draw for turn. Would it? Isn't your card draw from the first step like still card draw for the purposes of this? I know we're rules lawyering on a Claude generated like fake meme card, but still. Also, Nana! Can I get a custom card? What would the Nana card be? We just make a deck about like chicken nuggets. I suppose, yeah, you don't have something to add, so you just put them back down. Let me read this again. Again, guys, I am so tired. I was literally about to end stream. I am like brain dead right now. Whenever you would draw a card, instead look at the top 3 cards of your library and put one into your hand that shares a word with a spell you cast this turn. Jesus Christ. I didn't even have to look that deep. I'm just so brain dead right now. I'm so brain dead. You have to hold a can you like flash or instant before you draw? Like between upkeep where you untap and you draw? Yeah, that's how you'd have to do it. You have to have a spell activated in the first place for the draw to work. Yeah, that's I'm so tired. I just got there. Yeah, the last line. Or just accept it, but every draw you play during your turn is Giga. Yeah, if you have like, so the thing is once you're out of cards, that like you scoop, right? If you ever run out of cards in your hand where you have no more like methods to draw, then you scoop. It's game over, right? Like. What an interesting, like, what a weird and interesting concept it came up with here. I like how we're like actually analyzing these. Nitpicker's Paradise. Okay, we've got the Gay Pride Closet. Cool. This is what the closet looks like after you come out of it, by the way. It is a land. Nitpicker's Paradise enters the battlefield tapped. What does this mean? T:, I guess that's just tap, right? Tap, add color. If you corrected an opponent's pronunciation this turn, add 2 of that color instead. Okay. That could just flat out be an unglued card. Oh my god. All right. I wanna make a card. I wanna make a deck that incorporates Nana because she resubbed, and we love Nana. I want to make a deck that incorporates Nana, and then I'm probably gonna end stream because I'm so tired. Nana, what is your request? It can be something to do with you, or it can just be a topic of your choosing. I might adjust it based on what you give me. Because I've been getting a feel for what Claude's doing today. Let me see. What would be good for Nana? Me, the Me the buy red? What's she mean by that? What's she mean by that? Birth? Bird? Fuck bird. Okay. So I will say that earlier today, Queenie came in and requested Ruby Cafe, which we tried, and unfortunately, Claude had no fucking idea what to do with that. But we can try it. We can try Nana the bird and just see what it comes up with. You know what? I'm also gonna say, like, I don't know, Phoenix, maybe? Just put Phoenix in there to give it a little more. Generate deck. How you doing? Hello, chat. Happy Saturday. I hope you guys are having a wonderful weekend. Sorry you're not feeling good. I appreciate that. So, you see the game? Can't believe they just walked it in like that. I was so confused until I realized that you were doing, like, meme sports small talk. All right. We have 10 cards revolving around Nana the bird, parentheses Phoenix. Let's see what they came up with. Claude, don't disappoint me. Don't disappoint me. The first card that I draw is Nana, Eternal Phoenix. Oh. Okay. Nana, you're kind of a badass. We've also stolen artwork from a mousepad company, which, you know, for all we know, AI generated this. Nana, you are a legendary creature, Phoenix. You have flying and haste. You're also a 5-mana 4/3. When Nana dies, you may pay 3 fire mana. Okay, we have fire mana now. Good to know. Good to know. If you do, return Nana to the battlefield at the beginning of the next end step. Okay, so simple. Kind of a... not a great stat line, but then again, you do have flying and haste. You're definitely a red card. You're definitely a very aggro card. And also, we have to exile you. We cannot simply destroy the Nana. You have to exile the Nana. Did Milo get Soup Soup? Her banner ends in 17.5 hours. I had Soup Soup on day 1. I have also completely maxed her out. She is my favorite character in the whole game. Yes, I did. Flame Nest Sanctuary. Oh my god, it's so cute! Although, this is... oh god. 5 years ago, I would have been like, this is sick. Now I'm just like, that's probably AI. And that makes me sad. Flame Nest Sanctuary is a land. It enters the battlefield tapped. You tap to add 1 fire mana. Tap, sacrifice Flame Nest. Sanctuary, return target Phoenix from graveyard to your hand. How does this... okay, so this doesn't have any... this doesn't have any synergy with Nana the Eternal Phoenix, because Nana can't go to graveyard unless she was put there from hand or from deck, if she was milled there or something. So I guess there is a use for this, but generally speaking, Nana leaves the battlefield exiled, which means that this is mostly just a tap for fire mana card. Cinder Feather. No art. It is an artifact equipment. Equipped creature gains flying, and whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, create a 1/1 red Phoenix token with flying. Equipped 2. Okay. So we're fire and zoo. I would run this in a Caesar deck. Caesar the Fallout Commander. I would run this in a Caesar deck, which I think is red and white. I had to go 120 for Soup Soup. Bro, me too. I was so sad. It did mean that I got her weapon, though, because I fucking pulled Last Right, and then Last Right, and then Pogranichnik, and then Last Right, and then Soup Soup. All right. This deck has not been as entertaining as I hoped, so we'll look at one more. We'll look at one more. Rebirth Ritual, sorcery. Return target Phoenix creature from your graveyard to the battlefield. It gains haste until the end of your turn. Okay, so again, Nana the Eternal Phoenix is the only Phoenix creature we've seen so far. And it already has haste, but we'll continue reading. If you control Nana the Eternal Phoenix, draw a card. All right, 3-mana card draw is not bad, I think. If we have other Phoenixes. I'm curious what it does if you tell it Mana Rocks. Oh. Solar Windstorm, that's just the Aurora Borealis. Instant. Solar Windstorm deals 3 damage to each creature without flying. That's kind of cool. Phoenix creatures you control gain +2/+0 until the end of the turn. When Nana spreads her wings, the very air ignites. Cinema. Cinema. All right. Let's try Mana Rocks. I'm gonna try Mana Rocks, and we're gonna call it there. Mana Rocks. We're gonna try Mana Rocks. Okay. Wait. Wait. We must wait. Everyone be patient. Be patient. Okay, we have the cards. We have the cards. J Money's Anguish. Yeah, this is the card before it has any text on it. All right. Here we go. The first card in Mana Rocks.